I think we're ready to start. This setup is not okay, but the premise of today's video is to do a 3-minute, 4-minute review on the Konica hexar RF. One person has asked how it is, and you know, keeping the fans happy, because that is actually 1/345th of my fan base right now. Whatever. Anyway, I've had this camera 9 months now, and I feel like I'm in a position where I can shed some of my experiences with the camera. Now, if you don't know this camera, it's a Konica hexar RF, which I've obviously just said. It is basically like Konica's version of the Leica M6. Obviously, they are a million miles away. Or are they? I'm gonna tell you now. This camera is, when I got it, was 700 English beautiful pounds. And I got it from Japan. And then I got taxed, like, import tax, like 150 quid. It killed me, dude. And the lens I have on it is the cheapest Leica M mount lens I could find. So it takes a Leica M mount. That's the compatibility of the lenses. So basically, from the little research I did, Konica obviously just copied the Leica M6 model. And yeah, I fucking love this camera. It's sick. Like, so it's so hefty, and it's built so well. So the first things first is the build quality. This is a hefty dude for a film camera. Anyway, I don't know what I can compare it to, but you know you're holding this camera. I'm delicate with it because it's my baby, but you could definitely throw this around and bash it up. Not that I'd do that, but yeah. And luckily I got one that was in perfect condition. It's like no scratch on it. Oh, it's actually ridiculous. There's a little part of me that thinks, you know, I wish it was kind of scratched up, because then I wouldn't baby it so much. I'm shooting with, as I said, the 7 Artisans lens on it. So this lens is very, very, you know, budget tier, bottom bracket, basic, cheapest Leica M mount lens you can probably get. And the image quality that you get from this lens, or from this system anyway, is like remarkable. To say, you know, this lens was £250 and you can spend £2,500 on a Leica M mount lens. That is probably one of the cons of this like Konica hexar, because the hexagon lenses that this camera like were brought out with are just so expensive. I mean, like 600-700 quid for like the 50mm 1.2 or 1.4, which is like, because not loads of them were made, they're so rare. And the glass is amazing, but they're the same price as the body, which is remarkable. Things I love about this camera is it's automatic. I know is not like the classic film vibe, but for me, I shoot quite candid stuff, so I don't want to. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't upset me if it was like a M6 where you have to like spool it in, but because it's automatic and auto wind on it, it just makes my life easier when I'm shooting quickly. But one thing I will say is, though, I've had to actually cut down film before because it's not caught on. So I've got film loaded in, but you would put it's just like an automatic compact film camera. That actually scared me a lot. Yeah, and sometimes I've had to cut down film, and like, especially when you're in a field, like, no one carries scissors on. So sometimes maybe it's just this camera, or this, like the one I've got, but you have to get it really in line with the film like line for it to like catch on, because there's times where I've been on a shoot and it's just not wind on, and I've had to like literally get another roll of film to get it to wind on. That being said though, the metering in this camera is incredible. I've never had a problem with it. If I'm just like shooting with friends and I can't be asked like thinking about, you know, settings and aperture, I'll put it on f4 or f5.6 like it's on now, and just put it on autofocus, auto exposure should I say. So easy. It's got auto exposure lock, so if I'm shooting here like this and then hold it down and then go there, it will still be the same light settings as it metered for there to there. Obviously it's kind of that's one thing that a Leica M6 doesn't have. Again, some people would say, oh, blah 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 blah, but it's making my life easier and it saved my bank account. What else can I say about this camera? The viewfinder is amazing on this one as well. Like, it's so clear. But one thing I will say is the obviously the focusing, like the square, it can be faint in certain light, which is I think that's my biggest bugbear this whole camera. Like, I know the Leica is really clear when you're focusing. Like right now, I can see it perfectly. But sometimes when the light is different or it's darker or whatever, it is sometimes hard to focus. Obviously, I can just, you know, I just do like zone focusing, but yeah, sometimes when I'm just doing like a portrait and I want it super sharp and I want to like focus myself, it's just a bit annoying. But that being said, this camera is freaking sick, dude. No, this camera is amazing. If you were in the market for a rangefinder, this is my first ever rangefinder, and I was like a bit like, did I spend that much money on it? But definitely have a look at the hexar RF, because there's a load going on eBay. They're getting more expensive now, because when I bought mine, I think, as I say, I got it for £600-700, but they're like £800 now. So you know how the film world is going. They do a silver one as well, which is incredible. Like, it looks fire, dude. But this guy, they do a Konica hexar AF as well, which is a compact camera, which is meant to be amazing, but I've got my Yashica, so I haven't pulled the trigger on that. But this camera is sick. I'm gonna put some images up throughout this video so you can see like the quality. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, guys. I know it's short, I know it's sweet, but I feel like I've needed to speak about this camera on this channel. Right, no more gear talk. We're gonna be doing vlogs and stuff, and okay. Sweet.